Eric, great to see you here on CNBC. Thanks so much for coming in today.
Thanks so much, Dan.
So first of all, you are here in Abu Dhabi, in the UAE. Just tell me what brings you to the region as your father prepares to return to the White House.
Well, a lot of things. First of all, I have a lot of projects in the regions, and we started here about 20 years ago. Great golf courses. I'm building a couple of hotels. We have a great project in Oman right now. We have a few things in Saudi. We'll likely be in Abu Dhabi soon enough. But a lot of great projects, a lot of great real estate projects, hotel, golf courses, a lot of other things. And headlining the Bitcoin conference. I'm here to speak at Dalio's conference, and so a pretty multi-dimensional trip, to say the least.
And so, walk me through your approach when you think about this region. What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Unbelievable vision, unbelievable growth. I came here for the first time in 2008. You see the difference in Dubai between 2008 and today. It's unbelievable what they've done. I mean, the vision of this country has been absolutely incredible. And frankly, for a developer, right, which is what I've done my entire life and what we as family have done, it's a developer's, kind of dream. Sky's the limits. And in fact, they don't hold you back like so many other kind of westernized countries around the world. They actually push you forward. They want you to build the biggest, the best, the most luxurious, and they'll give you the ability to do that. You see so many other Western countries, a lot of Europe, a lot of America, which will actually hold projects back. And, sometimes that's sad to see. I think that's going to change for other reasons. But really, as a developer, sky's the limits in this region.
Coming off the back of an extraordinary election win stateside as well, how do you think the family, and in particular your father, is perceived in the region? He campaigned on peace and prosperity, and I think that's something that really resonates with Gulf Arabs and Arab leaders here.
Well, it took an hour to go to Formula One, and the race was amazing, and I probably met 2,000 people, and every single one of them, thank God your father won. Thank God for the region. We were all praying for him. We were all supporting him. I'd say my father has 100% support in this region. And listen, people want peace. They want prosperity. Every one of them will tell you that America leads the way. If America is strong, the rest of the world is strong. If America is safe, the rest of the world is safe. If America has strong leadership, the rest of the world will follow. And that's exactly what people want. People don't want to see missiles flying through the air. They don't want to see bombs going off in cities. They don't want to see unnecessary conflict. They don't want to see money wasted by every society in the world, or on senseless wars, when they could invest in themselves and invest in something that's productive and sensible. I can't tell you the reception I've had. It has been 100% positive.
Also wanted to ask you about specifically what the next administration is going to do in crypto as well. I know this is something that you're firmly focused on. It's something that the CNBC viewer is focused on as well. What steps will the president take to position the US as a leader in the global crypto market?
Well, I've been a big fan of crypto for a long time, and so is my father. And I think he realizes that every country in the world is embracing it, and people are running. I mean, look at where we are right now in Abu Dhabi. I mean, they're putting billions of dollars into crypto, into kind of digital technologies. And if we don't do it as America, we're going to be left behind. And he wants to make America the crypto capital of the world. He's been very, very clear with that, and I applaud that. I mean, listen, right now, if you live in America, you want to go out and get a home loan, it takes you 90 days. How the hell does it take you 90 days to get a home loan? By then, by the way, the house is already sold. Your dream is gone. Zero chance you're getting it. Why does it? I mean, there is nothing on blockchain that can't be done better, faster, substantially cheaper, not pushing paper. I mean, the banking system that we have around the world, the modern banking system, is antiquated. It's antiquated, and it's just a matter of time before really crypto not only catches up, but just really leaps ahead. And so we're incredibly excited on a lot of fronts, and I think America will be the crypto capital of the world, and I fully support it. My father fully supports it. Our family, is fully embracing it. We believe in DeFi. We believe in CeFi. We believe that's the way of the future. And again, America, better lead the way. Otherwise, we're going to leave a lot behind.
So all of this also comes back to regulation as well. And one thing your father has spoken about is incorporating new legislation, even deregulation in the crypto space to really accelerate and move this forward. What does that look like?
It looks like it's transparent. That's what it is. The people in the crypto industry are frustrated that no one's ever put together a sensible plan as to how to regulate an industry. They're fine with regulation, but they just want guidelines, and they've said that. And the problem is you see so many companies that have been so unfairly treated, right? So many lawsuits, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars, people attacked, companies attacked. And they're just saying, just give us, give us the rules of the road and we'll obey them. And by the way, if you give us the rules of the road, chances are the rest of the world will follow. And so I think sensible regulation makes a lot of sense. And A lot of people think that the crypto industry doesn't want regulation. That's actually not true. They just want sensible regulation, regulation that they can follow, regulation that's crystal clear, that's black and white. And they don't want to see people like Gary Gensler, who was absolutely a disaster for crypto. Everything he could to try and stifle innovation, he would do so. And those people have all been cleared out, and I think they will put together good regulation. I think we will have a clear roadmap, and hopefully the rest of the world follows that. Hopefully we can lead by example, because that's what we should do as Americans. And hopefully we truly are the crypto superpower of the world.
Elon Musk now firmly in the family's sphere of influence, and in particular, your father's sphere of influence when it comes to setting the policy agenda moving forward, not just in crypto, but in other areas as well. What role will Elon Musk play in the administration beyond Doge?
A big one. Listen, he's the modern day Albert Einstein. I mean, he's an unbelievable person, a great guy. I know him very well, but he's a brilliant mind, right? And he sees inefficiency. If you look at SpaceX, if you look at so many of his companies, right? I mean, what's the common denominator? Trying to do something incredibly efficiently. He's trying to get into space efficiently so you can get there cost effectively, right? I mean, that's been the biggest problem with space. He looks at the U.S. government, right? 6% of people work a 40-hour work week. It's less than 1% if you take out maintenance personnel and you take out security officers. I mean, there's a real problem to that, right? I mean, this quarter alone, you reported the numbers very well, but in November alone, the U.S. government hired 50,000 new government workers. In America, we hired 17,000 construction workers. Tell me that's not backward, right? And so I think we want to see efficiency. I think we want to see a productive society. I think we want to see real innovation again. I think we want to see government get the hell out of way of great business. Let businesses thrive. Let capitalism work. Let the greatest democracy in the world do what it does. Unfortunately, America hasn't been that way in the last 4 years, and it's going to return to that. But I think Elon's going to take a major role in making sure all of that happens.
And to the critics who say Elon might have too much of an influence over your father at the moment, what do you say to that?
I don't know how many critics there are, because my father won the popular vote by 7 million votes. He won the Electoral College in one of the most decisive elections in U.S. history. So I think the people have spoken. I think the people want to see America respected. I think the people want to see a president that actually fights for the United States of America, saves their money, doesn't spend money like drunken sailors, which has been happening, is efficient, actually gets the job done, fights for America, fights to get the hostages back, fights to keep fentanyl off of our streets, fights so people can live the American dream. And people have spoken pretty decisively, and that's the mandate that they're going to charge forward with.
David Sachs is also going to be the White House crypto and AI czar. What is his job description exactly, and what is the scope of his role?
Well, I think it's exactly that, the AR and crypto czar. I mean, Kamala was put in as the head of AI, and I'm not sure if she could spell AI. I mean, she did absolutely zero in a 4-year period of time to progress AI, and by the way, meaningful progression in terms of how it can actually benefit society, but also meaningful progression in terms of how to safeguard AI to make sure it doesn't hurt society. She did neither of those two things, and David's going to be absolutely amazing in doing that, and I think he's going to be a great champion of AI, but smart AI, and I think he's going to be an unbelievable champion of crypto. Again, it's coming. Everybody knows it's coming, and the people who don't embrace it early are going to ultimately lose. And I think he'll bring a great perspective, a brilliant person, but I think he's going to bring a great perspective to kind of both sides of that, that technology equation that really has never before existed in the U.S. government.
What role do you want to play in the next administration?
Yeah, I want to play zero role in the next administration. Listen, I'm a developer. I've spent my entire life building buildings, building the greatest hotels on earth, best golf courses on earth. I care deeply that my father won. I love America. I love America more than anybody. Never cared to have any role in government, never planned to have any role in government. But I did stand on that stage every single day because I was proud of my father. I know he's the guy that can get the job done. And in 2016, everything he said he was going to do, he did. And that was great validation to me. And obviously, I've stood on the stage every day for the last 10 years. I've been attacked mercilessly for standing on that stage. And having the win that we just did, having the victory we did was the greatest validation that everything that we were fighting for, that's what the American people, wanted. And so when I see these senseless wars end, when I see the American economy stronger than ever before, when I see America leading the way in terms of everything we do, when I see education fixed in our country, our military fixed in our country, our hostages get returned, right? I mean, America get respected again around the world. We're already seeing that happen. Honestly, I played a big part in that. I did so by standing on that stage. I did so by campaigning like crazy all over the place. And, that's all the validation and vindication that that I personally need. But we have a great company. The Trump Organization is one of the greatest real estate companies anywhere on earth. We've got some of the best assets, and that's my first love, and that's what I'm going to shepherd and take care of.
One thing I know you've been thinking deeply about as well as you work within the crypto industry and speak to some of these key players. What role do you think the crypto industry is going to play in US politics moving forward as well? Because there's been a big debate in the United States about the influence that crypto had on your father's election victory. What do you say to that?
Sure, it had a big influence. You know why? Because about 17% of Americans hold crypto, and all of them were getting left behind. They felt like they were voiceless, like so many other people in our country, and that's why you had the massive turnout that you had before. They felt that they were getting attacked every single day. They thought they were being disrespected. They weren't being heard, and so I think the crypto industry had a massive part of the victory. They came out in spades, and by the way, a lot of these people were people who weren't traditionally even Republican voters, but they really believed in something, and they saw a party that wasn't advancing modern technology. They were upset about it. Again, they thought they were being left behind, and so oftentimes they were actually being attacked. Gary Gensler was attacking all of them, and it didn't make a whole lot of sense. So I think the crypto industry really came out. I was very proud to see that. It's obviously an industry I support tremendously, and I think they will play a real role in U.S. politics going forward, because they're a sizable force that makes up a lot of great people who want to say in how our government works.
Walk me through how you're going to address some potential conflicts of interest here with the family's crypto ventures. I'm talking about World Liberty Financial in particular. This venture has raised some potential conflict of interest concerns given the family financial stake in the company, raising alarm bells among government ethics experts. Walk me through how you're going to divide those two things, because family and government have become pretty intertwined under 2016 version of Trump. What are we going to see in the 2025 version of that? And can we expect these links to continue in the way that they have?
Well, it's always very funny. I mean, obviously we launched this, a year before my father even, thought he was going to win, obviously, this race. So these are legacy projects, right? I mean, I'm not like Hunter Biden, right? I'm not selling finger art around the world. Right? We're legitimate business. We've been in business for the last 100 years. We've been 4 generations in real estate and other business. I've been in finance my entire life. I've been in real estate my entire life. I've started right here in the UAE, in 2008, long before we even fathomed running for politics. And that's the natural question we always get asked. Well, isn't there a conflict of interest now? I mean, we're a great company. We're one of the greatest companies anywhere on earth, right? We've always been in the business space. My father's totally shielded off from our company, right? There's total separation in church and state. We have great ethics advisors. We take it incredibly seriously. I take it incredibly seriously, as I did in 2016 through 2020. Plenty of other people that don't, all right? I mean, I've never sat on boards of, foreign companies that sold energy in countries that I didn't speak the language of. I never took diamonds from mayors of Moscow's wife and other things, right? I mean, for 50 years, and really for my entire life, 20-something years in the workforce, we've built hotels, we've built golf courses, we've been in modern finance. It's what we've done our entire year, and I'm going to keep doing that. Obviously, I'm going to be very sensitive to ethics. He's going to have nothing to do with the company. I'm going to have nothing to do with the administration. But I'm going to keep running a great company that I love, and I'll do so undeterred.
It's been suggested that the Trump Organization should ban foreign deals. Will you do that?
I'll ban foreign deals with governments, but I won't ban foreign deals now. No, we have deals all over the world. I own property in Ireland. We own property in Scotland. We own property everywhere. We have projects everywhere from South America to obviously all over the Middle East, and beyond. We've been in the hotel space for years and years and years. We've been in the golf space for years and years. We've been developing properties in the international arena before my father was, again, even considered running for politics. To not do foreign deals is effectively like saying, okay, you're out of business. We're not willing to give up our company. So again, my father will have nothing to do with the Trump Organization. He's not on any entity. He has no role in running the company. He's totally walled off. Again, I take that very seriously, but now I'm going to continue to operate the business like we always do.
Eric Trump, we'll leave it there. Great to see you here in the region. Appreciate you coming on today.
Thanks, Dan.